All right, guys. So I've combined episode 2 and 3 in my review since I missed last week, and because these are slower episodes. So with episode 2, we catch up with Carol and Morgan, who are in the safety of the kingdom, and Carol is introduced to King Ezekiel, where he comes off something like something out of a Disney movie, very animated, very kind of comical almost. But behind the scenes, Ezekiel is dealing with the Saviors and Negan by providing them with meat in the form of pork, but Ezekiel is feeding the dead to the pigs. Tainted meat, guys. So kind of like Fight Club as well, you don't talk about the tainted meat. So that's very interesting. I really like this aspect of this episode, the way they're handling the Saviors. They're being nice and polite and acting as if they are being accommodating to what the Saviors are looking for, but in secret they are feeding them tainted meat, which is excellent, and I look forward to see how that plays out for the rest of the season. We also get to see Morgan pass on the teachings of Eastman to a young man who Ezekiel has special interest in, so we will see what becomes of that later on in the season. Then we see King Ezekiel, who sees straight through Carol's act and explains his own story and why he has the king act of his own and how it's mostly for his followers. So in episode 3, we catch up with Daryl, who is being held captive by Negan, specifically Dwight, and they're trying to break him with a solitary confinement type of deal, feeding him dog food and playing this awful music, which actually becomes catchy if you hear it long enough. But we also get to learn about Dwight and his relationship with Negan, if you can call it that. Dwight has lost his wife to Negan, and of course, if you remember season 6, Dwight lost his sister-in-law, who we found out in this episode was supposed to marry Negan. So that's a very interesting fact right there. Meanwhile, Daryl refuses to be broken. He even attempts an escape. However, his escape was just a setup to show Daryl Negan is everywhere, and the only good option is to become one of his henchmen. There is also a heartbreaking scene where Dwight gives Daryl a Polaroid of Glenn's dead body with his head smashed in. This overwhelms Daryl and brings him to tears. Still, Negan is trying to break Daryl and offers him another chance to join the Saviors. In the form of a test, he asks Daryl who is he, which Daryl is supposed to answer Negan, but the defiant Daryl simply replies, Daryl. Unbreakable Daryl. All right, guys, so on to my final thoughts. So as I stated, these were 2 of the slower episodes, obviously, of the new season, which is not a bad change of pace after such a brutal premiere. We got some very good character development with Ezekiel and his group. I love the tainted meat deal. I can't wait to see how that unfolds as the season progresses. Will the Saviors find out about the tainted meat? And if they do, who will get Lucille? My money is on Richard, the guy who got into the little scuffle with one of the Saviors, as they had mentioned as they were leaving. If anything goes wrong with the next shipment, he will be the one who will get it. With episode 3, this was more of an episode where we really got to know Dwight and his backstory. Daryl even gets a better understanding of Dwight, so it will be very interesting to see Dwight's story arc going forward. Yes, he does work for Negan, but I get the idea that he doesn't really like Negan very much, considering everything that Negan has done to him. So will Dwight turn on Negan? Is he redeemable after all that he has done? I don't know. Maybe we'll have to see how this goes on his story arc. Or will we get a Dwight versus Daryl confrontation, which is what everyone has been expecting since the start. So we'll have to see. So my score for episode 2 was a 6.5 out of 10. There were some compelling aspects of this episode, particularly the tainted meat. I am really in love with that idea and can't wait to see how it unfolds. Then for episode 3, my score will be a 7.5 out of 10. Again, very interesting backstory that we get on Dwight and good character development. I'm very interested to see where his story arc is going to go and how it ties in with Daryl and the rest of the gang. And then again, what I would like to know is Dwight a redeemable character after everything that he's done with Daryl? Can he be brought back to the light, so to speak? So these are questions that we're going to have answered as the season progresses. You guys let me know what you think. But I want to thank you guys very much for watching. If you like the review, please hit the like button. And if you like Star Wars content, Walking Dead reviews, and Star Wars Rebels reviews, you might want to hit that subscribe button. But I want to thank you guys very much again, and you guys have a beautiful, beautiful day.